Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
बास 0 पर 1 बास 0 ट्रिपल बढ़े 1 ट्रिपल बढ़े 1 और बढ़े
Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari.
Gopi Chana Vallabha Girdhari.
Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandan Braj Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandan Braj Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanacharya.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanacharya.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari.
Gopi Chana Vallabha Girdhari.
Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandan Braj Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana.
Yashodanandan Braj Jana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanacharya.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanacharya.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Gopinath, Gopinath Radhe.
Jai Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe.
Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai.
Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jai Gauranitai.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
जय कलयुग पावन हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम
हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone to our weekly Bhagavad Gita class. Thank you for taking out your time and coming to attend this Gita class. We are continuing our discussion from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 6 entitled Dhyana Yoga. So far, Krishna has explained few times about the various levels of Ashtanga Yoga, all the way from the lowermost process that is called as Yoga Ruruksha. That's what this chapter begins with, Yoga Ruruksha, and all the way to the highest, that is Yoga Rudha. So Krishna explained 2-3 times from the beginning to the highest perfection, and in that explanation Krishna has described many wonderful concepts, many important principles which are equally applicable in our devotional practice also. And one of the things which is mentioned in this first section of the 6th chapter is the importance of mind control. How it is so very important to be focused and controlled in the mind if you want to practice devotional service steadily. Because if the mind is not controlled, then things are really difficult to practice. Uncontrolled mind is a devil's workshop. So therefore, Krishna described that controlled mind is the best friend, uncontrolled mind is the worst enemy. Srila Prabhupada, he would tell few times, and he has written also in his commentaries in Bhagavatam, that the easiest way to control the mind is neglect it. Don't give so much attention to the workings of the mind, to the proposals of the mind. And we are continuing from verse number 32 today. In the last verse, Krishna described a yogi who is connected to him in full. He sees Krishna everywhere. And that yogi, he is always with Krishna. Sarvatha vartamanopi. In all circumstances, in all situations, this yogi, this person is connected to the Lord. That is the highest perfection. And now, in 32nd verse, Krishna, he describes another wonderful quality of this yogi, how this yogi works. What is the disposition of a yogi towards the people of this world? Because generally, a perfected yogi means he has nothing to do with the world. He'll be just interested in his own liberation, his own advantage. And whatever happens to the world doesn't matter. But interestingly, in 32nd verse, Krishna will speak something which is completely different. We'll recite this. Atma upamyena sarvatra
Atmanoyepanna sarvatra
samam pashyati arjuna
samam pasati arjuna
sukham va yadi va dukkham
sukam vayadi dukham
sayogi paramo mataha.
sayogi paramo mata.
Translation, somebody can read.
He is a perfect yogi who by comparison to his own self sees the true equality of all beings in both their happiness and their distress. O Arjuna.
Sayogi Param. Who is that Param Yogi? The highest yogi. Sayogi Parama. Mataha. That is the opinion of Krishna. So it is Krishna's opinion. It is not anyone's opinion. It is Krishna's opinion. And Krishna's opinion is the most important opinion. So he says, Atma Pamyena. This yogi, this perfect yogi, Yogi Param. So this perfect yogi, how he sees the world? By comparing with himself. Atma Upama. Upama means comparison. You know, Hindi word Upma. Upma. Oh, khane wala nahi. There is Alankar in Sanskrit. Upma means when you compare. So this person, Atma Upama, he compares others with himself. What is the comparison which he makes? We'll discuss that. So this person, he compares everybody with himself, and in this way, samam pashyati. He sees everything equally. As it is said, treat your neighbor as you want them to treat you. So that is the consciousness of this yogi. Sayogi Param. This Param yogi, he compares everybody with himself. That means he understands this is giving me happiness. This spirituality, this process of spiritual life is giving me happiness. Everybody will also get the happiness in the same way. That is the understanding of a yogi. Samam pashyati sarvatra. So this yogi, he sees equality everywhere in all beings, in all the situations. Sukham va yadiva dukkham. In happiness and distress. How this yogi feels. He understands, if I am feeling distressed in this situation, other person will also feel distress in the same way. If I am feeling happy in this situation, others will also feel happy in the same situation. Because constitutionally we are all same. This body is same. We are all made up of matter. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego, everybody has this. So this yogi understands that I am feeling happiness, I am feeling distress in this situation. Everybody also will suffer and enjoy in this way. So now my situation is I am connected to the Lord. And that is giving me the highest bliss. So what is the natural consequence of this personality? Any thoughts? So if a person thinks that, just like all of you have started practicing, and all of us have experienced little bit of joy in practice of Krishna consciousness. थोड़ा कभी कभी मिलता है ना. In some kirtans, in some lectures, प्रसाद में तो मिलता ही, of course. So we all have experienced this joy of spirituality in some time or other. So natural outcome of this is, I will try to share this to others. That is a heart full of gratitude. So this yogi, he is param yogi. That means he is a perfected yogi. So naturally, he likes to be compassionate. So a yogi, a perfected yogi, is not a selfish person. कि दुनिया जाए कहीं पे भी मैं तो मजे में हूँ, because I am connected with the Lord. So why should I care for people of this world, whether they suffer or they enjoy? He doesn't look down on the people of this world. कि पतित दुनिया है, देखो मोह माया में पड़े हुए पतित जीव. He feels compassionate for them. That, oh, these people, they are suffering. So a spiritualist is the most sensitive person when it comes to dealing with others. As it is described, the quality of a Vaishnava is para dukkha dukhi. He is not para dukkha sukhi. That is what people of this world are many times. Para dukkha sukhi. If others are in distress, that gives me happiness. Para sukha dukhi. If others are happy, that is giving biggest distress. Neighbors envy, owners pride. उसकी साड़ी मेरी साड़ी से सफेद कैसे? That is giving me more problem. Because this person has something more than I have. But this devotee, this spiritualist, he is the most sensitive person. He is para dukkha dukhi. So therefore, as a practitioner of Krishna consciousness, we should be very careful how we deal with others. For this perfected yogi, this comes naturally. He doesn't have to artificial think, मुझे दया दिखानी है लोगों पे. But for us, we are practicing devotees, we are sadhaka, we are practitioners. So we have to consciously cultivate this feeling of compassion. And highest compassion, which Srila Prabhupada would tell many times, is to connect a person to Krishna. So we have to be really sensitive. Those who neglect the sensitivity, thinking that, okay, I am a devotee, I can do anything, I can say anything, who cares? Ultimately, I am practicing spirituality. But it is said that even if you say right, if you don't say it right, you are wrong. Sometimes we are expert in speaking right things. But the way we speak it, it was not the right thing. I'll give you a scenario, case. True situation, true story. Few years back, there was a program arranged in the temple, and there was one devotee, very simple. Nobody knew him. He was coming every week to temple, chanting 16 rounds, wonderful devotee. For last 10 years, he was doing the same seva. Very humbly, nobody knew him. Only few people who are in that department knew that this person is coming since last 10 years. So in one festival, so they arranged chairs and they had told that, okay, front seat is only for the senior counselors. Then second row is for those who are mentors or those who are little lower than the counselors. And then other people, they can sit back. This person, he didn't know all this. So he just entered that hall and he saw the front row is empty. So he went and sat there. So one of the organizer, he came and said, Prabhu, you go back. This is not the place for you. So this person, he became so sad, so disturbed. He left temple and he was not coming for many months. So now if this situation is in front of you, what was wrong in this situation? Any thoughts? How this person was organizer, how he should have, told this person.
Explain him politely.
क्या बोलना चाहिए था?
Politely बोलना चाहिए था.
Yes, politely मतलब what words he should have used?
You should have given.
Sorry. Okay, that was the first thing. Sorry, Prabhu, but this is reserved for some other devotees. You can please go back. Any other way? Any other thoughts? Yes.
जस्ट ये कह सकते थे कि मैं जस्ट बताना चाहता हूँ मतलब अरेंजमेंट इस तरीके का है कोई और आपको आकर के गलत तरीके से करे just
Yes. This is what we have arranged. This is the temple organization. This is the management. So can you please go back? Okay. Any other thoughts? और क्या बोल सकते थे? ओके प्लैकार्ड लगाना चाहिए था मैनेजमेंट को पहले से. इट शुड हैव बीन वेरी क्लियरली डिस्प्लेड. दिस इज रिजर्व्ड. फिर बोलने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती थी. देन ही कुड हैव टोल्ड प्रभु दिस इज रिजर्व्ड, यू कैन सी. ओके. एनीथिंग एल्स? ओके, दिस इज रिजर्व्ड. यस. सो दैट्स हाउ दिस पर्सन, he didn't come for months. Such a wonderful devotee who was there for last 10 years chanting 16 rounds, pakka devotee, but one statement. He didn't leave practice of bhakti. He continued to chant his rounds, but he thought people don't know how to speak also. So therefore, as a practicing devotee, it is everyone's responsibility how we speak to others. Many times we are very polite and very very nice with newcomers, new devotees. But ये तो अपना ही है, इनको तो कैसे बोला चलता है. No, it is not. Etiquettes are the ornaments of a Vaishnava. How we deal with others. Sadachar, that is called Sadachar. If somebody speaks in a harsh way to us, we'll feel bad. Atmaupamyena sarvatra. We should also behave with others in the same manner. So therefore, detachment does not mean that you become heartless. One time a person, he went to a sadhu and he said, Maharaj, I want to take sannyas. So the sadhu asked, what made you feel that you are qualified for sannyas? He said, Maharaj, my wife just died 2 days back and I didn't even cry. So this sadhu said, please get remarried. If you can't cry for your wife, how will you cry for the world? So compassion means you have to cry seeing the pain of the world. If you have no heart, if you can't cry for your own relatives, how can you think you are qualified to become detached from the world? So detachment is not to become cold-hearted. It is to become cool-headed. When we are detached, then we know how to handle emotions. We don't get swayed away by our emotions. It doesn't make us hard-hearted. So this devotee, Sthita Pragya. This Sthita Pragya is not a hard-hearted person. कि कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, whatever may happen in the world, I don't care. पतित जीव हैं, जैसा करेंगे वैसा ही तो भरेंगे. They're doing all wrong things, so they are suffering. Okay, it may be the fact. But am I speaking the right words? As it is said, if we have to give feedback to somebody, so many things we should think before speaking. First is, am I the right person? Second, is it the right time? It's like after this class, everybody, all the devotees, they are standing in line, and one devotee, he takes 2-3 sweets and pura plate bhar ke. It is like, who is sitting behind the prasad? ऐसा लग रहा है. And with the plate, this devotee is sitting, and somebody comes and says, Prabhu ji, कितना खाते हो आप? अभी क्लास में सुना था, you should not eat too much, atyahar, you should be sense controlled. Is this the time to speak? Is this the way to speak? Let him take prasad properly. उसके बाद बोलिए तो digest हो जाएगा. We should be careful when to speak the truth. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. Anudvegakaram. Our words should not agitate others. When we speak something, we should speak in a way that the person in front feels that I want to change actually. Such man. He corrected me properly. That is called as constructive criticism. Sometimes we speak such harsh words that it looks like a destructive criticism. बोले अब तो यही करूँगा मैं. So that's how we have to be really careful when to speak, how to speak. Am I the right person? Is this the right way? So we have to be really careful. So a compassionate person means he thinks that okay, this world is giving me, I have understood that this world is not giving happiness. If this is the case for me, everybody also must be suffering. Only difference is they can't decipher it with their intelligence. As I had put on the other group today, to process misery also requires intelligence. Because many times people, they keep suffering and they don't even realize why are they suffering. पिटाई हो किधर से रही है? Just like one time when I was in hostel, JJ Medical College ka hostel, and the boys were very upset with the warden. So they were really angry on the warden for some reasons. So they were thinking, क्या करें इसका? So one day this warden was in the rounds in the night after 9 o'clock, and the light went off. So the boys, what they did, पीछे से आके कंबल, and everybody is kicking this warden. And 1 minute तक उसका अच्छा धुलाई हुआ. And then they all ran away immediately and the light came back. मतलब somebody had switched off the main switch. So that, and then he is looking at, कौन मारा, किधर से मारा, कोई दिख नहीं रहा है, भाग गए. That is how the world is. When material nature kicks us in different ways, we don't even realize मार पड़ कहाँ से रही है. अभी तो ठीक ठाक था सब कुछ. Who is kicking me? So therefore, this person, this yogi understands that now I have seen that this world is not the very nice place to stay. Whatever you try, this world will give problems. Yehi samsparshja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. You try to enjoy. It looks like you are enjoying, but actually it is not enjoyment. It will give pain in some time for sure. So therefore, this person, this yogi thinks, I want to help people. Atmau pambena. I am suffering. I have suffered. Now I have realized that this is not the right way to enjoy. I will help others also. I don't want others to suffer in the same way. So this pain which a person suffers, he understands how to harvest that pain and bring out the best of it. It is like if somebody has a seed, and the seed, if he starts eating the seed, oh, it tastes bitter maybe. But if a person doesn't realize that this is a mango seed, you put that seed in the ground, it will create mango fruits. So currently, the pain which a living entity is going through, it is very bitter. But the process of spirituality means how to harvest happiness out of it. How to harvest good things out of my painful situations. That is a Parama Yogi. So this yogi understands that I know how to bring out the best of this material world. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, when Narsimhadev appeared in front of him, he offered beautiful prayers. One of the prayers he makes is a prayer of compassion. He says, "Oh my Lord, I am not suffering in this material world because I am connected to you. But when I see people of this world suffering, my heart breaks. Naivodvijay paraduratya vaitaranya tvadvirya gayana mahamritamagna triptah shoche tato vimukha chetasa indriyartha maya sukhaya bharamudvahato vimudha." Naiva udvijay, he says, I am not disturbed. In this material world full of problems, I am not disturbed. You know how? Why? Tvadavirya gayana mahamritamagna triptaha. I am absorbed in hearing your name form pastimes. That is the greatest happiness for a devotee. At least for that time, we are free from the distress of this world. As we enter this mini theater Friday 7:15 to 9, at least for this time period, we don't experience the pain of this world because we are absorbed in Krishna Katha. To the extent we are absorbed in Krishna, to that extent we will not experience the pains of this world. So he says, I am always absorbed in your pastimes, O my Lord. I am not suffering. Shoche tato vimukha chetasa indriyartha. Shoche. Shoche means I am lamenting. You know why? Vimukha cheta. People of this world, they have turned their face away from you. Why? Indriyarthe. Because they want to enjoy sense pleasures. And this sense pleasure is illusory. It looks like it is giving me happiness. And it makes one feel that abhi maja aayega. Apna time aayega. It gives you that feeling, you know, apna time aayega, sabko lagta hai, but apna time kabhi nahi aata hai. सुना है ना आप लोगों को, बहुत बार सुना है, अभी दोबारा नहीं सुनाऊंगा. So that's how it is. So therefore Prahlad says, oh my Lord, I am really suffering.
Just a small question. So when this, I don't know, I should not say that it's a very bad example, but you know, this movie came and then there was this actor called Amir Khan, and he said that yeah, everything is a problem, but tell your mind all is well, all is well, all is fine. So just continue like
On
that.
some movies.
Three Idiots.
Sorry.
Three Idiots. All is well.
So just keep on.
Sorry for my
pacifying-
ignorance.
So keep on pacifying your mind, saying all is well, all is well. No, don't worry, all is well. So how to actually, you know, I know that's a
Yeah,
foolish-
see, it is no problem when we have positive attitude. You know, we should think positive. But if the glass is empty and you say glass is full, that is not positivity. That is stupidity. You know. So when we are suffering in this material world and you say नहीं अच्छा केम छो मजा मा नहीं सब ठीक ठाक है, मतलब बोलने में okay, it will give you some feeling of happiness, but that is a temporary pain relief. We have heard about temporary pleasures and permanent pleasures, temporary solution, permanent solutions. Temporary solution means either you indulge, you enjoy, either you drink, you get intoxicated, गम भुलाने के लिए थोड़ा पीना पड़ता है. Either you drink or you eat or you see and you try to forget, or you try some mind therapies, positive thinking and laughter clubs and all the self-help experts. They are all giving us temporary solution. It works for some time. If laughing is the solution, then you put a perpetual tickling machine, na, haste raho. That is not the solution. It is a pain relief for some time. So all is well, that positivity is required. But if we are just thinking positively and not working to get some positive happiness, that positive thinking will not work in the long run. So that is very, very important. Be positive. That is very important. As it is said, if you are not an optimist, you are an atheist. We are also thinking positively always. Okay, जो भी होगा भगवान की इच्छा है. Krishna must have desired something good. His plans are the best plans. This is positive thinking. So that is what we work on. We work on Krishna is the supreme and he is working for us. But okay, whatever is happening, अच्छा होगा and मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. Then that is not the right way. So that is very important to understand. Yes, that is also correlated. विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गभिहस्तिनि शुनि चैव शुपाके च पंडिता समदर्शिना. That is one level of seeing things equally. But here the mood of compassion comes out because you think how they suffer, how I am suffering, they are also suffering. Sukham vayadi va dukkham. That is a feeling of compassion which is there in the yogi. Because he sees everybody equally like himself, that creates a feeling of either, okay, I am suffering, they also suffer the same way. I am happy, they also will be happy by connecting to the Lord. So there, it was just a beginning level of seeing equality. Now you are seeing everybody from an equal level, everybody is Atma. What is the natural outcome of that vision? I am feeling compassionate. So that is how this yogi understands. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, there was a very great devotee. His name was Vasudev Datta. One time he went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, "Oh Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I have a prayer to make." Somebody can help her. So Vasudev that told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "Mahaprabhu, I have a prayer. Can you please fulfill one request of mine?" He said, "Can you please give me sense of all the living entities of all the universe? You take all of them to spiritual world. I will suffer for all of them in hell for whatever time. But you please take all of them to spiritual world. That is my desire." So who can pray like that? Knowing very well that I am praying to Supreme Lord. If he takes it seriously, Hari Bol. And he is not just making a show and he is not just saying for the sake of saying it. कि भगवान को दिखाना चाहिए कि मैं कितना दयालु हूँ. He means it. And when Mahaprabhu hears this, he started crying, and he tells Vasudeva, "You have purchased me by your devotional service. Why you have to suffer? Krishna is not incapable of delivering the entire universe. He can deliver everyone and you don't have to suffer." That is a devotee. He is ready to go through all the sufferings of all the living entities. That is the ideal yogi. So that is what is Atmaupamyena Sarvatra. He feels, I don't want others to suffer. Srila Prabhupada would tell that in other religion, one of the great personalities said, "If you come to me, I will free you of all the sins." But Vasudev Datta, he is not even telling, if you come to me, if you follow whatever I am saying, then I'll deliver. Then please give me sins of all of them. Unconditional, you give me sins of all the living entities. That is the highest compassion of a devotee. So therefore, a devotee should always have this understanding and feeling that this is what is benefiting me. I have seen a new light after coming to Krishna consciousness. My life has changed after coming to Krishna consciousness. Let me help somebody else also. Bring somebody else closer to Krishna. That is very, very dear to Krishna. Because different people, they try to solve their problems in different ways. This yogi, a devotee, tries to solve the problems in the ultimate way. Just like for a drunkard, if he is going through some problem, what is the solution? Just drink. For a student, if he is going through a problem, what is the solution? सो जाओ. सो जाओ, उठने के बाद सोचेंगे क्या करना है. So that is the solution of a student. For a materialist, he indulges in sense gratification. Either eats or goes for a movie or tries to do something. That is how people of this world. A person who is going through some disease and he gets some painkiller and he sees, oh wow, my pain is now gone. So whoever he meets with that pain, he'll say painkiller khao. But he doesn't understand this is a temporary solution. So for most of the people, they are getting benefited by the painkillers. So if you go to them and say problem chal raha hai, okay, ye wala painkiller le lo. That is a problem. So therefore, a spiritualist, he understands what's the root cause. Do you prefer painkiller or medicines? Do you take painkillers? What are the advantages of painkillers or medicines?
Instant relief.
Instant. What is disadvantage? Okay, temporary. Okay. Any other advantage of painkiller? Easily available, over the counter, or सस्ते में मिलता है. What are the disadvantages?
Temporary cure.
It is a temporary solution. What else? Side effects. Okay, what else? It may make the disease worse. Because painkiller means you are not experiencing pain and you may neglect the root cause treatment. So this world, which is so very full of problems, somebody may say, ठीक है, थोड़ा painkiller खा लेते हैं. And we have discussed the painkillers. Some people, they take shelter of spiritual painkillers also. Just like in the trains, many ads are put. Nowadays, they display on the LCD screen also. Nabara Jamurat Bengali, 24 घंटे में समाधान. These are all painkillers. They are not solutions. So therefore, a devotee, he understands that, okay, all the problems are temporary and all the solutions are also temporary. Dukkha oshadham tadapi dukkham atadhyaham bhuman bhramami vadame tavadasya yogam. Prahlad Maharaj says, Dukkha oshadham api dukkham. There is a problem. You find a solution and the solution becomes a bigger problem than the problem. Any examples?
Cars.
Okay, cars. What was the problem?
Traveling.
Transport was a problem. Okay, now we have fast cars. Now what is the problem? Pollution. Any other examples? Traffic is a problem. Accidents is a problem. Any other? Okay, ठीक है, पेट्रोल बढ़ गए, रेट बढ़ गए, ठीक है, ये तो एक हो गया, चलो. Any other example of there was a problem, solution was found, but the solution created a bigger problem.
Mobile.
What was the problem?
Communication.
Communication. So what is the problem now?
Addiction.
Addiction. How many of you feel you are addicted to your mobile phones? Achha, how many of you feel you are not addicted? अच्छा, बाकी सब लोग एडिक्टेड हैं, तो फिर आगे पूछने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. I wanted to convince that we are addicted. अच्छा, जिनको लगता है कि वो लोग एडिक्टेड नहीं है, how many of you check the first thing your mobile, you get up in the morning and you check your social media? First thing, ऐसा कितने लोग करते हैं? Without even touching the ground. फर्स्ट थिंग इज मोबाइल, सोशल मीडिया. आप लोग नहीं करते होंगे इतना. यंग वो जेन जी वालों को पूछेंगे तो फिर तो
वो तो रात को भी करते 2 बजे उठ के करेंगे.
So anyways, यहाँ पे example is not so relevant. Any other examples? There was a problem, solution was found, solution created a bigger problem. Alcohol. What was the problem? अरे बाप रे, गम बुलाने के लिए.
Then you get addicted to it.
Okay. ठीक है, accepted. Any Sorry? Some medicines. Okay. Television. Okay. What was the problem?
Entertainment.
Entertainment नहीं हो रहा है. अच्छा. प्रभु जी क्या चल रहा है ये? भरी सभा में बोला जा रहा है ये. ठीक है, इसके ऊपर चर्चा नहीं करेंगे हम. प्रॉब्लम और सॉल्यूशन नहीं पूछूंगा मैं. Anyways, so whatever solution you try to find in this material world, Prahlad Maharaj millions of years back, he has already predicted this. Dukkha aushadham tad api dukkha. Whatever solution you find in this material world, it will create a bigger problem for sure. So therefore, a spiritualist doesn't try to find a material solution. He tries to find the ultimate solution. Okay, bring God in picture. In the Vedic times, there was very few of these environmental problems. Macaulay, one of the travelers of India, which was sent by British, he came, he observed India's length and breadth, and then he submitted a report. He said, I have seen the length and breadth of this country. I have traveled so much. I have not seen a single beggar. Every street there was free distribution of food. I have seen people of high character, integrity. If we want to control them, we have to destroy their religious beliefs. How to do that? He said 2 things. Destroy their belief in scriptures and destroy their Gurukul system, education system. Because everything is rooted in our spiritual scriptures and our education system. And Britishers, they very systematically destroyed our belief in education system. They destroyed Gurukul system. And they destroyed our faith in scriptures by sending Max Muller. Max Muller came, he misinterpreted all the scriptures and he gave all wrong meanings. And then we question, okay, what is the use of all this spirituality? Bring modern civilization. That is the solution. That is not the solution. So this yogi, he understands that, okay, whatever I am suffering, I know what's the real problem. He has seen the truth. Tattvadarshi, Tattvadarshinaha, this is a very common word. Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. When we surrender to a teacher who is a spiritual person, who is a knower of the truth, he gives the real solution. So this yogi, he has seen the truth. He knows what is the real problem of this world, why people are suffering. So therefore, he tries to give that. And naturally, when this is given, everything else follows. Vedic India was the richest country. Sone ki chidiya bolte the na. Why everybody was coming to India only and looting everything? Because India was a rich country. Because it was rooted in spirituality.
32 plus GDP.
32 plus GDP. It was the number 1 GDP. So therefore, it is very, very important that this person, the more we become spiritual, the more we advance in our devotional service, the more we understand the actual wealth. Where is the actual wealth? Why people are suffering? If I am suffering because of this, others will also suffer. If somebody speaks about you in public, all the bad things, आपको कैसा लगेगा? Nobody likes. As somebody told me this. महफिल में हो रही थी हमारी कत्ल की तैयारी, महफिल में हो रही थी हमारी कत्ल की तैयारी, हम पहुंचे तो बोले लंबी उम्र है तुम्हारी। तो किसी को लग पसंद नहीं है कि आपके पीछे आपके बारे में चर्चा की जाए। So why we should gossip about others? A spiritualist means very, very careful in speaking about others. We should not spend time speaking about others. This gossip has destroyed our movement many times. Speaking about all the things of this world, speaking about people, speaking about other devotees, you have to be really careful. In Sanskrit, it is called as prajalpa. Just speaking all the things of the world. You know, in Adhik Mas, we try to do different things. Try to take this vrata also. I will not speak faults of others. एक दिन ट्राई करिए, एक वीक ट्राई करिए, नेक्स्ट वीक आप मेरे को रिपोर्ट दीजिएगा कैसा लगा। द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट थिंग टू डू, नॉट स्पीकिंग फॉल्ट्स ऑफ अदर्स, इवन दो यू नो दैट अभी है तो अभी क्या बोलने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है। आई एम नॉट इन्वेंटिंग फॉल्ट्स, ही हैज फॉल्ट्स और शी हैज फॉल्ट्स, स्टिल not speaking faults of others. That is what we have to cultivate. After few years in our Krishna consciousness, we may learn to chant 16 rounds, we may learn to follow regulative principles, but this is a bigger vrata, not to speak about the faults of others. That is very important. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, you do these two things and I will take you back to spiritual world. Attentive chanting and attentive dealings. You try to chant attentively and try to deal with other devotees in right way. Don't speak about the faults of others. So that is how this devotee, he naturally follows, he tries to develop these qualities. He is compassionate. And we have seen in front of us Srila Prabhupada and so many great devotees who have really sacrificed their everything to bring others closer to God. One time, one devotee, one of the South Indian Vaishnavas, Sri Vaishnava, in the South Indian temples, you must have seen some devotees, they put all the big tilak, wo Balaji temple mein jate hain, to they are called as Sri Vaishnavas. So Prabhupada had a very nice relationship with Sri Vaishnavas, and in Hyderabad, Prabhupada, he opened a temple, installed the deities, and one of the Sri Vaishnava devotees, his name was Sampat Kumar Bhattacharya. He became very close friends with Prabhupada. So after a few days, Prabhupada came back to Mumbai, and after a week or so, this Sampat Kumar Bhattacharya flew from Hyderabad to Mumbai on his own cost. He came to Juhu temple. He said, I want to meet A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So somehow the meeting was arranged. Prabhupada was busy, but still he met. So Sampat Kumar Bhattacharya, he said, Swamiji, I have a request to make. I am just seeing in some of the temples of ISKCON that your disciples are making your deities, and your disciples are offering puja to your deity. मूर्तियां, जैसे अभी मंदिर में प्रभुपाद की मूर्ति रहती है ना, अभी तो प्रभुपाद is not there. So that time the devotees, they started making the deities of Prabhupada and offering worship. So this devotee, Sampat Kumar Bhattacharya, he said, Prabhupada, Swamiji, this is not good for you. Because you know what will happen? People will come, they will touch your feet, touch your deity, touch your feet there in the deity, and you will have to suffer for their sinful reactions. You know, in the Vedic culture, when we touch somebody's feet, what is happening? We are giving our sinful reactions to that person. So that's how, you know, in many saintly people, they don't allow others to touch their feet. So this person, Sampat Kumar Bhattacharya, was saying that, Prabhupada, please stop this immediately. Your health will suffer. So Prabhupada, he listened everything, and then he said, and that's why I have come here for. to take the sins of everyone and give them Krishna consciousness. So when this person heard this, he was really dumbfounded. He could not speak anything. He said, wow, this is the compassion of a great personality. Otherwise, who will suffer for others? पाप करो आप और हम suffering करूं मैं? Nobody will do that. But this person, pure devotee of the Lord, or the great devotees of the Lord, they are ready to suffer the sins of others if they can come close to Krishna. So that is the power of, that is the compassionate nature of this devotee. So these devotees, they are the real heroes of the society. They are doing the greatest welfare work. Greatest welfare work is not that, okay, I give, all the food, money, and all the resources. That is called as welfare work in this world. But that is not actual welfare work. Because all the welfare work of this world is temporary. It doesn't last long. But if we can connect a person closer to, bring a person closer to God, that is the real welfare work. Of course, while doing this real welfare work, a devotee also gives food, also helps him materially whatever is needed. Srila Prabhupada, when one time he was in Mayapur, and they had just opened this big building, made a big building in Mayapur, and devotees from all over the world, they had come, and a huge Gaur Purnima festival was getting celebrated. So after the entire festival was over, Prabhupada, he was walking on the terrace of this big building, that is Lotus building. Mayapur में बहुत सारे अलग-अलग buildings हैं, Lotus, Conch. So from the terrace, Prabhupada saw that in one place there was a dustbin, and the devotees, after taking prasad, all the pattals were thrown there, and some pattal ke saath remnants were also there. So some of the children from the nearby villages, they were so poor. They came there and they were searching food in that. So Prabhupada, when he saw, he felt so compassionate. He said, he called the manager. He said, from today onwards, nobody should go hungry in 10-kilometer radius of our temple. We should distribute food freely to everybody. So that is the natural outcome of a heart which is full of Krishna. Atma upamyena sarvatra sampashyatiyo Arjuna. So that is the real compassion. And that is what we have seen, all the great devotees. This world currently, it is a world full of hopelessness. So many things are going wrong in the lives of people. Everywhere we see problems. You open news में अच्छी चीजें तो बहुत कम ही सुनने को मिलती हैं. Anyone remembers last time any good thing they have heard in the news? हाँ? क्या सुना था? Sorry. You have to tell me the context first. I am not so much in touch with the... Okay. So very few times we hear about the good things in news or in the world. This is a world full of hopelessness. So many problems. Because this world is designed for that. Problems. This world is called as दुखालय. तो प्रॉब्लम तो रहेगा ही. दुखालय तो सब खुशी से बोल रहे हैं. दुखालय है प्रभु. And the current civilization is making it more hopeless. With the amount of all the negative things going on. Even one of the philosophers in the West, he said, there is only one thing to decide, whether to commit suicide today or tomorrow. That is the level of hopelessness people are going through. Spirituality gives us hope. Bhagavad Gita gives hope to people. Vasudeva, father of Krishna, Vasudeva, it is described in Bhagavatam that when Krishna was born, it is after the death of 6 children. Kamsa killed the 6 children of Devaki. Then Krishna is born. 7th child was a miscarriage. Balramji was transferred from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. Then Krishna is born. And then Krishna, he appeared in the four-handed form. And then he's speaking to Vasudev and Devaki. Vasudev, please take me across Yamuna and leave me at the house of Nand Maharaj. There, Shukdev Goswami describes a beautiful word for Vasudev. Tatascha shauri bhagavat prachodita sutam samadaya sasutika grihat. Tatascha shauri. Shauri means brave personality. What was the bravery of Vasudev? He could not protect any of his child. All the 6 were killed in front of him. He could not give anything to his wife. They were in prison. Why he is called a Shauri? Because in material world, victory means, success means, okay, you are brave. You are victorious. But in spiritual circle, Krishna considers somebody victorious and brave if he refuses to give up even after getting defeated. That is Shauri. Tatascha Shauri. Vasudev, although he was defeated one after another, but still, this time when Krishna told, please take me towards across Yamuna, he didn't say, मेरा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड देखा है क्या? अभी तक एक भी बच्चे नहीं बचे. He didn't give up. He said, okay, I'll do it. That's why he's called a Shauri. That is hope. So a spiritualist is always hopeful. Avashya rakshibe Krishna iti vishwasa palan. Krishna will definitely protect me in any situation of life. Even if the rainfall of difficulties fall on us, a devotee is hopeful. He never gives up. That hope is given by Krishna through his wonderful pastimes. That's why when we read Bhagavad Gita, when we read Bhagavatam, when we read stories of devotees of the Lord, they never gave up in any situation of life. So therefore, in the crisis situations, we may need material help. Along with material help, we need emotional help also. And higher than emotional and material help, we need spiritual help also. And that spiritual help along with material help is given by Krishna. When Krishna gives the declaration in 9th chapter 22nd verse. What is that? ये तो याद हो गया होगा भी सबको. Please take out 9th chapter 22nd verse. Haribo. 9th chapter 22nd verse. A very famous declaration by Krishna. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Krishna is giving the biggest declaration so far in the history. Nobody can give this declaration. Nobody can say this. I protect what you have. I provide what you lack. Yoga Kshema. Yoga Kshema means whatever you have, I will protect it. Vahami Aham, whatever you lack, I will carry for you. Vahami. So that is the declaration Krishna gives. When we are going through problems, Bhakti gives a very broader outlook. I'll tell you a real story. One of the disciples of Prabhupada, he was a Muslim person. He became devotee. He got initiated also. Prabhupada gave him name Ram Ranjan Prabhu. But of course, because he was from Muslim background, his family was not supporting, society was not supporting, they were really giving him tough time. But he was a very strong devotee. He was a married man, he had wife, children. Unfortunately, after 1 month of getting initiated, he got a severe, some very terminal disease. And he died. So the devotees were really shocked. They wrote to Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, how to understand this? This devotee gave up everything, so much opposition he faced, but still he didn't give up. He continued to practice and now we are seeing he is gone. Why Krishna is doing this? So Prabhupada wrote a letter to devotees. And he wrote another letter to the wife of this devotee also. To the devotees, Prabhupada wrote, Krishna, he understood that in this life he may not be able to practice bhakti peacefully. So therefore, what Krishna has done, he has picked up this devotee from this situation and he has placed him in a situation when he will open his eyes, he will see somebody with tilak and kanthimala as his father. And then he'll be able to practice bhakti properly. So devotees were amazed to hear this. Wow. And then Prabhupada wrote another letter to wife of this devotee. And he wrote in that letter that we are very aggrieved to hear that your husband has gone away. But we are with you in this most difficult situation. We are always there to help you. If you need anything, please come to us. We'll be there to help you. We are praying for your husband. So this lady is a Muslim lady. But somehow, just reading this one letter of Prabhupada's, she developed such faith. Now she was thinking, should I stay in my family or should I move to temple? Because in those days, in the beginning years of ISKCON, many devotees would stay in the temple. Family people, they would stay in the temple. So this lady, somehow she got this faith, she moved to temple along with her children. She started staying there, she started chanting, she started chanting 16 rounds. Children are also chanting. So just see what is happening. If this devotee would have stayed alive, his family would have never allowed him to practice bhakti properly. Wife would have never become devotee. So this is how, when we take shelter of Krishna, we may see things, oh my God, what is this happening? Why is this happening? But no, Krishna knows the bigger picture. And when we connect to some devotees, some seniors, they give us the broader outlook of the world. They have seen the truth. They can explain what is this happening, why this is happening. So Krishna, he understands how to help the devotees. And that is the safest path. It is described, Nahi ato anya shiva pantha vishata samsrita viha Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yogo Yato Bhavet Nahi Ato Anya Shiva. Shiva means? What is the meaning of Shiva?
Auspicious.
Auspicious. Thank you. शिवजी होते हैं ना, शिवजी, शिव का मतलब होता है auspicious, शुभ. There is nothing more auspicious than this path of Krishna consciousness. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yogo Yato Bhavet. And this is the greatest gift we can give to others. That is what we should try to do. That makes us dear to Krishna. Krishna says himself in one of the last verses of Bhagavad Gita. Nachatasman manusheshu kashin me priyakrittamaha bhavita nachame tasmad anya priyataro bhuvi.
69.
18.69. Krishna says that. So just try to spread Krishna consciousness. मैंने तो कभी किसी को लेक्चर दिया ही नहीं है. लेक्चर नहीं देना है. Just share your experiences in Krishna consciousness. How you have been benefited. बस. Lecture देने के लिए हम हैं इधर. Of course, all of you also can give lecture. To give a class is not a big thing for a devotee. Anybody can give a class. जो यहाँ पे 6 महीने सुन लिया ना, he knows more than needed. One time, one of our devotees, he went to America. And New York, I think he went for some office related work. And it was Nityanand Trayodasi. So he thought, I should go and at least attend morning program in temple. We have a beautiful temple in New York. So he went there, and as he was taking darshan, somebody tapped him. And he said, Prabhu, you are from Radha Gopinath? He said, yes, I have just come for work. Prabhu, there is one request. The devotee was about to give a class here. He has gone somewhere in emergency. Can you please give class? So he said, Prabhu, I have never given class in my life. Prabhuji, you are from Radha Gopinath temple. Na? You have heard so many classes of Radhanath Swami Maharaj. You can give class. Don't worry. You just speak for half an hour. So he said, no, Prabhu, I have never spoken any time. Prabhuji, something you speak. So जैसे तैसे करके जबरदस्ती उसको बिठा दिया. And as he is sitting with Chaitanya Charitamrita, he is going blank. आंखों के सामने अंधेरा छा रहा है, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है. And then as he started Jai Radha Madhav, there was a bulb on the ceiling. वो fuse हो गया. So they said, Prabhuji, sorry, just give us 2 minutes. बोले 2 minutes क्या, आधा घंटा ले लो आप, आराम से लगाओ बल्ब. So by that time he gathered himself and he tried to make some points, and then he started Jai Radha. And they said, Prabhuji, just speak for half an hour, that's all, don't worry. So he started Jai Radha Madhav हो गया, and then he started half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. ये रुक ही नहीं रहे हैं, 2 घंटा. Then the devotees, they sent a check, Prabhuji, now you can stop. So this devotee later said, I didn't know, I know so much. So there is no dearth of knowledge in Krishna consciousness. We all know much more than what we feel, what we think. Only thing which is needed is confidence. In the words of Prabhupada, just repeat, just try to share. यार देखो तारा कहो कृष्ण पदेश हमारा आज्ञा गुरु होइया तारे ही देश. Mahaprabhu has given standing order to everyone. Anyone you meet, please try to give Krishna. इसका मतलब ये नहीं आप चलते चलते किसी को भी कृष्णा बोलना, कृष्णा नहीं जानते आप. Please try to connect to people. Please try to bring more people closer to Krishna. So that is the highest compassion, That is what is needed. That is the greatest welfare work. When we spread Krishna consciousness, that is the greatest welfare for the society. Because in today's day and age, we are seeing the standards are going down. The caliber of the society is known by the ideals of the society. Who are the ideals of the society now? Who are the heroes of the society now?
Bollywood actor.
Bollywood stars, cricket stars, politicians,
WWF.
So what is the character of such people? That is the character people they want to imbibe. Spirituality gives the highest characters, highest ideals. So that's how we have to understand that this process of spirituality, it is the greatest welfare work which gives us the highest understanding of a human being can reach. That's the highest level of consciousness we can reach. In the outside world, people want dhana, jana, sundari, kavita. Dhan chahiye, wealth, followers, jana, sundari, good wife or husband, and all the glorification should be given for you. When we come to Krishna consciousness, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave Sikshashtakam. One of the Sikshashtakam is Na dhanam, na janam, ना सुंदरीम कविताम वा जगदीश कामये. तो क्या चाहिए आपको? मम जन्मनी जन्मनीश्वरी भवताद भक्ति अहेतुकी त्वयि. ये सब आप बाहर वाले को बोले गया है, पूरा ब्रेन वॉश हो गया है. होल वर्ल्ड इज लुकिंग फॉर दिस एंड ये बोल रहे हैं ना लगा दिया आपने. We have one of the centers, we have many centers in Mumbai where students, they stay and they study and they practice spirituality also. So one time in one center, we had employed one person as a cook. He was a new person. He started cooking and he started learning Krishna consciousness. So सुबह ये शिक्षाष्टकम बोलते थे. So he was from Bengal. उसको समझता नहीं था क्या बोलते हैं ये लोग. But he had heard कि ISKCON में जाने से ना अमेरिका जाने का चांस मिलता है. So he thought अच्छा मौका है. So he would also chant all these things, but उसको समझता नहीं क्या बोल रहे हैं. तो अपने हिसाब से क्या बोलता था मालूम है वो? न धनम न जन न सुंदरीम कविताम वा जगदीश कामये मम जर्मनी जर्मनीश्वरे. जर्मनी जाना है. So our ideals have changed completely. It is not that we want to become poor. No. It is not about becoming poor. It is about changing our aspirations. It is not about possessions, it is about possessive mentality. We can have all the possessions of the world. Like Ambarish Maharaj, he was the king of entire world. But what was his mentality? Savai manah Krishna padara vindayo niveshitum tad gunaragiyaiha. Savai manah Krishna padara vindayo vacham sivaikuntha gunanu varnane karo harer mandir marjanadishu srutim chakara chuta satkathodaye. He would engage his mind, his words, his body in service of Krishna. Become the big person, become the richest, but engage that in service of the Lord. Okay, so I'll stop here. Any other questions anybody has? Any questions or comments or thoughts? This process of Krishna consciousness is the greatest welfare activity. Atma upammena sarvatra. Try to spread this. Every week try to get somebody. That is the most pleasing activity. Mahaprabhu has told, Bharat bhumite manusya janma hoila jar janma sarthak kari kar para upkar. You have taken birth in India as a human being. Two things you have to do. Make your life successful and make others' life successful. Janma sarthak kara kar para upkar. Okay.
Just a small question. Some people are there, as you said, that it's very preempt and very necessary that faith in scriptures has to be there. But there are some people who very vehemently proclaim even on television that, I mean, being a spiritual guru also, that I don't believe in scriptures, neither I have read that scripture. And any other person also who comes to them, they will be like, don't blindly believe anything. Seek yourself, but don't blindly believe in the word which is written in the scriptures. Always you are yourself capable of seeking. So why do you need a support system of the scriptures to know the truth?
Yeah, people, they speak like this, and scriptures they describe in Kali Yuga, the word jugglery will be glorified. If somebody can speak in a very, very wonderful way, they will be glorified. And if you give right type of philosophy, right type of understanding, they will just speak something and they'll make you feel that, okay, I think spirituality means you seek out. But the problem is, since the beginning of the human civilization, after this modern civilization has started, we are expert in researching, we are expert in doing discoveries or inventions. Every second or every week or year, some new discoveries are made. Some new piece of philosophy and information is given. And what they say is, previous one was not so good. Now this is the better version. We are advancing. That's what it is described. We are advancing in knowledge. It's like in the science, they started with atomic model. Some of you who may have studied atomic models, they started with Dalton's atomic theory. Then after some time they said, no, Dalton's was not good. Bohr's atomic theory has come. After that, Rutherford. After that, quantum physics, quantum mechanics have come. After that, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Every time new thing they discover and they say previous one was not good, it is a better version. So what are they doing actually is, they are telling, last time galti kiya, abhi next wala acha hai. That means you are wasting my time and making me read all the wrong things. And the next time you will tell me something else, saying that now we have advanced. And if I am giving you a knowledge which has never changed so far, which has never been proven wrong so far, and you say this is a primitive knowledge, why I should believe your knowledge which is changing, and why should I not follow my knowledge which is permanent? One person came to meet Prabhupada and he was talking, and Prabhupada said, so what do you do? He said, Swamiji, I am an archaeologist. I study primitive people. Prabhupada said, what is the use of studying primitive people? We study advanced people. So when somebody says, अरे आप लोग तो पुराने जमाने की books पढ़ते हैं, but there is no fault in those books. All the books of this world, all the science of this world keeps changing. Because the problem is we have 4 defects. What are the 4 defects of human beings? Anyone knows what are the 4 defects every one of us have?
Making mistakes.
We have imperfect senses. Because of that we make mistakes. Because we make mistakes, we tend to get illusion. Because of our imperfect senses, we tend to get illusion. This is the way to remember. And because we tend to get illusion, we make mistakes. And to cover those mistakes, we cheat others. We have these 4 defects. So whatever experiment we do with these senses, they will have defects. In the physics, some of you must have used vernier caliper. What's the first thing we do? Those who have
Calibrate.
used,
Calibrate.
we calibrate. We remove the error. What if we don't calibrate?
Wrong information.
All of our senses have a calibration error. We can't see things properly. We can see only Vibgyor, violet to red. We can't see ultraviolet. We can't see infrared. We can't hear all the frequencies, only 20 to 20k hertz we can see.
Yeah.
Our touch is also deceptive. Our tongue is also deceptive. Everything is deceptive. So with these defective instruments, when we make some research, calibration error to nikal nahi sakte. So what is the result?
Incorrect.
Error in the result. So therefore they keep on making research. And they say we are advancing. But the Vedic science was much more advanced. But problem is now the Vedic knowledge is lost. From here we have come here. Now with the help of science we are advancing little bit. Abhi idhar tak aa gaye. So that does not mean the Vedic culture and the Vedic science was less advanced. It was the most evolved knowledge. So therefore when people they say no अभी आप लोगों को तो पुराने जमाने की हम लोग अंधविश्वास नहीं करते. We also don't follow blindly. Our faith in scriptures is not blind faith. It is reasonable faith. Actually we can't live without faith. Can we live without faith? Any examples we can give in our day-to-day life where we put faith in? कल सुबह उठेंगे ट्रेन में all of us have traveled in train. आज तक कोई भी इंजन ड्राइवर को जाके पूछा है भाई चलाना आता है ना? क्यों नहीं पूछा?
बार
फेथ है.
बार
Some of us must have traveled in best BST bus. आज तक कोई ड्राइवर को पूछा है भाई चलाना आता है? क्यों नहीं पूछा?
डॉक्टर का डिग्री
बार बार के पास जाते हैं. हमको जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. बार बार तो ऐसा गले पे ही चाकू रखता है. उसके पास तो डिग्री भी नहीं होती. स्टिल वी पुट फेथ ना. गला नहीं काटेगा, बाल काटेगा. Why? Faith. So we can't live without faith. If somebody says we put blind faith in scriptures, no, we are not putting blind faith. So far scriptures have not proven wrong any time. Your science has been proven wrong many times. पहले बोलते थे ब्लैक होल है, अभी बोलते नहीं है. There was a astrophysicist, John Wheeler. He said, don't run behind a bus, a train and an astronomical theory because in some time other one is coming. There is something called as Hubble's constant in the astronomy. The value of that Hubble's constant is changed so many times. Now they call it Hubble's variable. So science keeps on changing things and science expects that believe us, put faith in us. आँख बंद करके अंधविश्वास. But when we say no, we are putting logical faith in scriptures. No, ये तो अंधविश्वास है. So that's a problem because we are born and brought up in the scientific world. Anything which is proven by science is right. And anything which is not proven by science is wrong. Till the time science proves something, we will not accept anything. That's a problem. And science will never be able to prove everything given in scriptures. Because scriptures are refined spiritual science, not matter. So that's how it is. We can't say
Some spiritual gurus also are very clearly saying that.
because that's the age of this world. This age is defined by confusion, and chaos.
Public love abstract things.
Where
To conclusions.
people, they don't want any clarity. Because anything which is clear, then you have to follow it. Follow means you'll have to follow the rules and regulations. Here, no clarity. You do whatever you want, and it is spiritual. So people like it. When you come to ISKCON, 4 नियम का पालन, 16 माला करना पड़ेगा, भगवद गीता पढ़ना है, अटेंड करना है. All the other things, all the other gurus, they you do whatever you want. And people like it. If you want cheap things, Krishna will send somebody who will give you cheap things and cheat you. This is a world of cheaters and cheated. So no, there should be no surprise when the mass of people are going there. We are fortunate that we at least received something which is bona fide. Any last question? Yes.
Off the topic.
Yeah. No problem.
You said our Vedic culture, our Vedic knowledge was much higher than what is the reason to Vedic. There was a statement that has been commonly accepted till today. Bharat ne shunya diya hai, only 0. So if we had that much knowledge, then why did not Bharat give all the numbers? Why they are saying only 0?
That does not mean all the other numbers are not given. In the world of mathematics, this 0 is very important
Very
number.
important number.
But that does not mean India has not given other numbers. But the most important number, that 0, is also given by India.
Yeah.
So that does not imply that other numbers are not discovered by Vedic culture. Actually, Vedas have everything. It was
They have
not
even
just something.
calculated to the sun and the distance, so
Yeah,
the bus must be there.
It was not something which was given by Aryabhatta a few hundred years back. It was always there in scriptures. Aryabhatta just took out something from scriptures and gave it. So he gave the value of pi and so many things. I have a whole 2-3 hours of presentation on this, all these things. Mera Bharat Mahan, matlab kya kya tha Mahan. So that's how Vedic culture, Vedic knowledge, Takshashila, Nalanda, they were the best universities. When Muhammad Ghazni, he came and he burned the Nalanda University.
3 months.
The library there was burning for 2 months or 3 months. So knowledge is lost now. So that's how we have become now blind and lame. So that's how it is. Knowledge is lost, everything is lost.
और से सन का
So now we are starting. Now we are coming up little bit up. So that's how. Okay. So we should be proud of what we have received. Keep on practicing. सुनने में तो अच्छा लगता है. प्रभु जी ने बहुत अच्छी चीजें बताई आज. Lots of information I received. But there is no dearth of information. There is dearth of transformation. And unless we practice, this knowledge will not go from head to heart. And head knowledge doesn't help unless it goes to heart. When we imbibe something, we start practicing it, then transformation starts. When we start taking to this process seriously by chanting regularly, then the process starts. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Increase the जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
सब बोलिए
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, one more time. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
एक और नाम. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna. Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So I hope everybody is singing this Chaurashtakam song at least once a day, every day. And please offer diya lamp to the Lord every day. अभी गाएंगे क्या? Chaurashtak time है? What's time? 9:30. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladhanadayini Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Srila Chantanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narase Mamadim Sharanam Prapati Avakar Kamalavare Nakha Adbhuta Shringa Kalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Vringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Kalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Vringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Narsimhadev 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 Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Anyone who has come for the first time today to our programs?
My father. He's my father.
Hare Krishna. Jitendra Parekh ji. Hare Krishna. Dhanyawad. Thank you for coming today to our program. So welcome Jitendra Prabhuji in our traditional style by loudly chanting 3 times.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So we pray to Radha Gopinath ji to shower blessings on you and family. And please keep coming and inspiring us. Hare Krishna. Mahaprasad. नहीं अभी कर दीजिए then we'll sing आप सारे prayers.
Two short announcements. Actually, Monday onwards, I think if you all know, हमारा जो भगवद गीता है ये एक actually graduation study है and भागवतम is the post graduation study. तो मंडे से प्रभु जी का ऑनलाइन लेक्चर स्टार्ट हो रहा है. 1st to 18 cantos completely, sorry, 18 chapters, yeah, 18 volumes. So 1st to 12 cantos are completed in how many days, Prabhuji?
18 days.
18 days.
18 volumes.
18 volumes and Prabhuji will tell the details. कि टाइमिंग सो वो उसका लिंक दिया हुआ है ग्रुप में. तो आई humbly request everybody to join that lovely group where you will be able to complete all the 12 cantos in 18 days in a very beautiful way where Prabhuji is leading the way. And the second announcement is we have Kinjal's birthday tomorrow. So tomorrow birthday है पर आज आपको wonderful kulfi का प्रसाद is being given by Kinjal. So a loud Hari Bol for Kinjal. So,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So it will be so this Bhagavatam overview. This is for 18 days, every day morning 7 to 8 a.m. So a good way to begin the day, so that we can hear every day. We'll be hearing one full canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Some of the cantos are in 2 parts, or 10th canto is in 4 parts. So it is all total 18 volumes. So that's how Srila Prabhupada has made 12 cantos in 18 volumes. So I just thought of doing this. It will be an overview. So you'll get to know the link of how the Bhagavatam flows. We'll not be going into the detail because it is 18,000 verses. We'll not be discussing each and every verse. It is only for 1 hour. So I'll be just giving the overview of this entire Bhagavatam. So it will be a wonderful experience, at least to know where is what. So if possible, all of you can join. Hare Krishna. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे
नाम ब्राह्मणी वैष्णवे
नमो ब्राह्मणी वैष्णवे
स्वल्प पुण्यावतम राजन्
सर्वपुत्यावतं राजन्
विश्वासुनैव जायते
विश्वासुनैव जायते
शरीराविद्याजा
शरविद्याजा
जड़ेन्द्रियतहेका
जयेन्द्रियतहेका
जीवे फैले विषय सागरे
जीवे फैले विषय सागरे
तार मध्ये जीवाति
तार मध्ये जीवाति
लोभ माया सुदुर्मति
लोभ माया सुदुर्मति
ताकजेता कठिन संसारे
ताकजेता कठिन संसारे
कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय
कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय
हरि बारे जीवा जा
हरिबारे जीव जा
स्वप्रसाद अन्न दिलोभा
प्रसाद नीलो
सेयन्नामृत पाओ
ये नाम
राधा कृष्ण गुण गा
राधा कृष्ण गुण
रेवड़ा को श्री चैतन्य निता
मेरा को श्री चैतन्य नित्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैता गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. जय श्री भगवत महाप्रसाद की जय.